Hi, I'm Benjamin Hunting with Auto by Tel, and I'm here today with the 2015 Lexus NX300H, which is the hybrid version of Lexus's new compact luxury crossover. There's three versions of the NX crossover that you can get. There's the hybrid, which is what we have here today. There's the NX200T, and then there's the F-Sport version of the NX200T. But after having driven all three, I think I can safely say that I prefer both the base and the hybrid model to the Sporty Edition. I'm going to tell you why. What Lexus has lacked in its lineup for quite a long time is a compact crossover. There's the compact hatchback CT200H, which is also a hybrid, and then there's the RX, which is the crossover in the midsize segment, but there hasn't been something for the entry-level buyer. The NX takes care of this quite nicely, and the base model and the hybrid have a very compliant suspension system, quiet ride, a smooth ride, and a very comfortable interior. It's not as big as maybe you'd want in a compact crossover, but there's still a lot you can do. It might look tight back here with the cargo cover on, but you can just stow that underneath where the spare tire well is, take it up, put it down there, fold down the seats, and you can fit a mountain bike or two in here, soccer balls, hockey gear, whatever you need to do. You can even fit plywood in here up to a certain size, which means that this is a useful vehicle, more useful than the CT200H hatchback, which is great, but it's not really something you'd use to renovate your home. More importantly though, this is a flexible vehicle. It's got all-wheel drive as an option, which means in the winter, you're gonna have that extra traction that you need, but it's not harsh when you drive it. The base model and the NX300H hybrid both have a very comfortable ride. So there's a couple of reasons why you would buy the hybrid version of the 2015 Lexus NX. And surprisingly, fuel mileage isn't the primary reason anymore. Fuel mileage is actually very good for this vehicle. You're looking at 33 miles per gallon in combined driving, and that's almost 10 miles per gallon better combined when compared to the NX200, which has the turbocharged four-cylinder. So this vehicle has a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine that combines with a single electric motor to generate 194 horsepower, which is more than enough for a vehicle of this size in regular driving. It's not particularly sporty. There is a sport setting for the hybrid system. There's a normal setting and an eco setting, pretty much like any modern crossover these days. But it's not a fast vehicle. It's not something you would push very hard. It's a better commuter than anything else. And if you order all-wheel drive, which you can with this hybrid, you get a second electric motor in the back. And what that does is there's an electronic activation whenever there's low traction. So if the front wheels spin, it activates the rear motor, you get some power to help you get you out of that situation, and then it cuts out. So you don't have the drag of having a drive shaft that's constantly being powered or a transfer case or anything like that. Again, it's something that Toyota has done before, and it's a system that works well. But as I was saying, fuel economy and efficiency, not the only reasons to purchase a hybrid. Toyota themselves actually think that only about 10% of buyers are going to go for the hybrid version of this vehicle, and a lot of those buyers are doing it for the prestige of going green, just contributing less emissions, using fewer gallons on their regular driving, and making a choice that they feel is more ecologically sound. And it's been, I guess, 20 years now since hybrids have become mainstream, and the image that goes with them is just as important as the mechanical details and wizardry that make a gasoline-electric drivetrain work. As for the ride, it's fairly comfortable. You don't have a lot of wind noise. You don't have a lot of intrusion from the suspension into the cabin. The rear seats are very nicely done. They recline, which gives you a little bit of extra room. There's decent legroom even for adults. We already talked about the cargo, which is competitive. And it's, in general, a very nice cruiser. Compact luxury crossovers tend to fall into two categories. You have performance-oriented stuff from Germany, specifically BMW X1, BMW X3, the Audi Q5, which kind of walks that line, considering they have a wide range of drivetrains. You can get diesel versions. And then you have everyone else, which is more organized towards luxury and comfort, and just, a vehicle you can do a lot of things with that you don't really have to think about, that's not going to rattle your kidneys out when you're on a secondary road or taking a dirt road to the cottage, something like that. So vehicles like the Acura RDX, vehicles like the Mercedes-Benz GLK class. And the Lexus NX definitely falls into that second category. Even the F-Sport model, which in our opinion is a little bit overkill, it's not something that I would personally enjoy driving on a regular basis. If I were placing an order for a 2015 Lexus NX, I would definitely go for the base model. And if I did a lot of driving in a city, or if I was looking for, that eco credibility, I would go for the hybrid, because both of those versions of the vehicle are much more comfortable to drive. They have that compliant suspension. They still have the aggressive exterior styling. I mean, it's kind of interesting. This crossover from the outside, it looks as if it's going to murder you. Like you could just hammer it and, you know, lay twin trails of rubber behind you on the pavement. But on the inside, it's a luxury car, and from a personality perspective, it's very much a luxury car. There's absolutely very little performance to be found driving this vehicle. And so, like many Lexuses, it's a vehicle that gives the image of performance, but the day-to-day driving personality of a comfortable car. And I think for thousands of buyers, that's exactly what they're looking for.